Hey guys, how are you today, guys? A new subject, something I've been thinking quite about, and I've noticed that there are a lot of people asking questions like, is it okay to go on a motorcycle that has 125cc capacity engine on a long trip? Is it okay if I take my 125 and go to a motorcycle gallery? Is it okay to have a 125 motorcycle since I'm an old guy and I should probably get something bigger? And you know why? I've had the same thoughts, and I also had a couple of 125s in my life. Most of them I had when I was very young, when I was like 20, in my 20s. But I also had a 125 when I was like 30 something. It was a scooter, so not only a small capacity, which some people would be ashamed to have. So it was not only a 125 but also a scooter. And I've also heard an opinion why people riding bigger bikes, and I mean bigger than 125, do not wave to each other when they are passing by someone on a smaller motorcycle, smaller like 125 or even a 50cc motorcycle or moped. Why we don't do it? Why people don't do it? Well, I've heard an opinion that people don't do it because they feel like they had to do a little more to learn how to ride a bigger bike, and they had to make a proper driving license to ride a motorcycle above 125cc engine. And this is all those questions are stupid. I'm sorry, I know people say that there are no stupid questions. Those are stupid questions, and those are stupid sayings. A 125 is a wonderful tool to move, to ride, to travel, to spend time. And I would love, literally love, to have another motorcycle in my garage, which would be 125cc. I know literally tens of people who ride a 125 daily, and they have more fun doing this than some of the people who are riding bigger bikes. And I don't mean that it's only because of the fuel efficiency, of the lightness of the bike, of the availability, of the fact that you don't have to do let's say a big driving license. You only need actually a car driving license with at least 2 or 3 years of experience behind the wheel to be able to get on a 125 and ride it. And I love it. I actually love it. I remember times when I had a 125 MZ Supermoto. It was super light, super nimble. It was so easy to get on that bike and go somewhere. The motorcycle was forgiving everything you did. It wasn't too fast. It only did like 120 kilometers per hour, which is not super fast. But if you think about this bike has 3 times more power and has 5 times bigger engine, and it only goes 160 instead of 120. And one more thing, it burns 5.5 liters of gas, of petrol, on every 100 kilometers, instead of what a 125 would do. A 125 would burn only like 2.5 liter, 3 liters of petrol, which is literally 50% of what this one is doing. I tell you one thing. I would love to have a 125 as a second bike, and I would love it to be a scooter because of its practicality. You have a big trunk, you have covers, you have fairing, you have a floor instead of foot bags, and you can sit more comfortable than on any motorcycle, and you can go far when you are touring. And on top of that, most scooters have a CVT transmission, which, if you don't know, means it is an automatic, right? It doesn't have gears, but it CVT stands for continuously variable transmission, which means that it fluently changes gear ratio while you're riding, while you are actually gaining speed of a motorcycle, which is a very simple solution with some springs, plates and counterweights, and it really works. So to everyone who wonders, are they should they be invited to any motorcycle meeting only because they ride a 125? Yes, you should be invited, you should feel invited, you should go there and don't ask anyone's opinion. You are more than invited, you are more than welcome to see you there. And saying that, not only this kind of motorcycle will be much cheaper when it comes to buying it, but it will also be much cheaper with the exploitation costs and fuel wise, tire wise, and everything, actually everything. So yes, buy yourself a 125. I'm actually looking right now for a 125 because my older daughter, she is now 11 and she's turning 12 this year, and in 2 years from now she will be able to do the smallest capacity driving classes, which will be for a 50cc motorcycle. So I'm actually struggling to pick between a 50cc and a 125. I would like to teach her how to ride a motorcycle on some private roads, of course, not on the public roads, just before she goes to the exam, just before she goes to the learning school, and she will be prepared for that. And I don't mind having another motorcycle in my garage and telling my wife, it's not mine, it's my daughter's. If it comes to speed, some say that, yeah, but 125 is not fast enough, you don't have enough acceleration. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Accelerating in 10 seconds or 12 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour is absolutely enough to spend a great time while riding a motorcycle. Let me turn left because I can. It's a longer road, but it's going to be more pleasant than just going straight. And if you've never ridden a heavy motorcycle or a middleweight motorcycle like this one, you have no idea, no comparison to how harder it is to ride a motorcycle that weighs 200 kilograms or 250 kilograms like this one. This one weighs, I believe it's 215 or 220 kilograms dry, which is not much in compared to some super heavy motorcycles, but it is quite a weight in comparison to a motorcycle, to a 125 that would weigh only 120 kilograms, which is literally almost half the weight. And the riding experience on a super light motorcycle is totally different. You feel like you're fully in control. and you feel like you're safer. And the maneuverability, I don't know if I said that word right, is amazing when you have to maneuver on a parking lot, or you have to squeeze between cars, or you just want to get out of your own backyard through the fence, through the fence gate. It's much easier to maneuver a motorcycle like that if you need to push it or do whatever you want to do with it. So in my opinion, you can also travel this kind of motorcycle. It's super nice to get on something that is nimble and doesn't use too much fuel, and you can just go. You can just get on it, and you have like a 15 liters tank, and you can do on a motorcycle something around 300 kilometers, which is a lot. Now this motorcycle only does 235 kilometers. Some say it does more, but with my weight, and I weigh almost 100 kilograms, and I'm 185 centimeters height, so yeah, it only does 235 kilometers and then it dies. And then I know people use a 125. I've actually even seen people who on a 50cc motorcycle did a 5,000 kilometers trip from Poland to Finland, and then the highest, put it in the north point of Europe, and they got back happily in a 50cc, on a 50cc motorbike, on a moped actually. So 125, there is a huge gap between a 50cc and a 125 motorcycle. It's a different bike, totally different. 15 horses, and having 15 horses and having, like, I know, 3 or 4 horsepower is a huge difference. The same difference as having 15 horses and 80 horses. So what I would suggest, if you consider buying a motorcycle, start with a 125, because it will be cheaper, because it's affordable, because you don't need to have a special driving license for that. And if you wonder if you'll be some kind of ashamed on it, that's not your problem. That's someone else's problem if they don't think you are worth riding among other motorcyclists. Just buy it, just have it, have fun with it, be proud of being a part of motorcycle world, even if you have a 125 motorcycle. Lovely day today, guys. I want to thank you for watching. I would love to ask you for your subscription. I would love to ask you to subscribe. I would love to ask you to give a thumbs up. I'm building this channel. Well, I'm doing this for you and for me, of course. I'm having fun doing it. I have a purpose, and I want to thank you for that, for everyone who watched. And at this moment I only have like 1.5 thousand views of all my videos. I've put it there, but having knowledge that 1,500 people watched something I talked about or showed is amazing, and I want to thank you for that. And by the way, buy yourself a motorcycle or a car or a bicycle or whatever with wheels, and use it as your time spending device. Have a great day, have a great life, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.